gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Miss Brianne, and welcome back to our Let's Get Ready series. And this is a series that is designed specifically for young elementary school students in grades pre-kindergarten all the way to third grade in order to teach them the skills that they will need in order to succeed throughout their elementary school career. Now, those skills include anything from phonics, choosing just right books, choosing nonfiction books, vocabulary, handwriting, and all that other fun stuff. Now, this session today is for students who are in second grade and who want to learn the skills that they will need in order to be successful in third grade next year, as well as for those students who are already in third grade who just want to review what they've already learned the previous year. Now today, we're not really going to have an activity per se, but you're going to be given guidelines on how to find books that are just right for you. But before we do that, I am going to be reading a story. Now, as usual, I usually only choose books. I usually only choose books, well, the easy reader books, which the sentences are still a bit simple, but there's going to be a lot more of them, and there's going to be a lot more words that you may or may not already know. And the books are also going to be longer. So, because of that, we only read one book in this session of Let's Get Ready. And eventually, as we move on to more challenging books, we'll probably not even finish a whole book. But as of right now, we're going to read a whole book. And today's book is called Pizza Pig. Because who doesn't like pizza? All right. So, Pizza Pig is part of the Step Into Reading series, which is a trademark of Penguin Random House LLC. So this title is part of an easy reader series, leveled easy reader series called Step Into Reading. So, Pizza Pig. The author of this book is Diana Murray. Now, the author is the person who writes the words to the story. And the illustrator is Maria Karipidou. And the illustrator is the person who draws the pictures in the story. Alright, with that being said, are we ready to begin? Alright, here we go. Pizza, pizza, what a dish. Pig makes pizza as you wish. So it's got a bit of a rhyme, makes it a little easy to remember. Shop is crowded day and night. Pig makes every pie just right. So you can see in the pictures that this pig is running a pizza parlor. And he seems to be making very good pizza because it's always busy. Everybody wants a slice of that pizza. So the pig is he's always busy. Don't those pizza pies look good, boys and girls? All right, let's keep going. Hungry diners take a seat. Pizza, pizza, what a treat. Bears get pizza topped with jam. Gulls get pizza topped with clams. I don't know. What do you think jam on pizza is good, boys and girls? What do you think? Maybe. What about having clams on pizza. I could probably see that a little bit more than having jam on pizza, but I don't know. Because people do put anchovies on pizza, which is another type of fish. So if that works, clams probably work too. Penguins like their pizza cold. I'm not sure about that, boys and girls, but hey. Rats want cheese with extra mold. But then again, what one person doesn't like, another person would love. Not sure if I want mold. I mean, I can understand penguins eating cold pizza because they live in the cold. So that's alright. Not sure about the mold though, but hey. Mold is good for rats. Topped with carrots, topped with fish. Pizza, pizza, as you wish. Like I said, you can put fish on pizza. I've seen it before. Never seen carrots on pizza. They taste interesting. I've seen pineapple on pizza. And I've heard that it's supposed to be very good. Never heard of carrots on pizza. Hey, maybe somebody will give that a try one day. Sloths lean back and take it slow. Monkeys eat it on the go. So some people rush through their pizzas, some people like to eat it slow, or animals in this case. That's okay. Frogs eat quick with sticky flicks. Poodles eat while doing tricks. Topped with tin cans, topped with twigs. Topped with slop for muddy pigs. Like I said, what somebody else doesn't like, another person or animal will love. But even with the cans and the twigs, I find the pizza still looks good. What do you think, boys and girls? Let's see. Eating, laughing, having fun. Happy dinners! All but one. So, it looks like one animal is not eating their pizza, and that's a turtle. Now, why do you think the turtle isn't eating their pizza? What do you think, boys and girls? Yeah, he's not eating his pizza. Definitely not like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles who love eating pizza. But let's see why he or she is not eating their pizza. Pig makes every pie just right. So, turtle take a bite? We don't know. Pig is worried. What is wrong? Did he cook the worms too long? What do you think? Why isn't the turtle eating their pizza? Could it be that the worms are overcooked? Or is it something else? Well, let's turn the page. Did he undercook the slugs? Did he add the fresh green bugs? Turtle hides inside her shell. What is wrong? It's hard to tell. So she's just not eating her pizza. And the pig wants to know what's wrong. But she's not saying anything. What do you think? Well, let's see. Perhaps a seaweed pie instead? Turtle peeks, she shakes her head. Pig brings out another tray. Turtle shy, she looks away. So Pig is trying all these different pizza pies and hoping the turtle will eat one. But it looks like she doesn't like any of them so far. Could it be she doesn't like the toppings, or is it something else? What do you think, boys and girls? Well, let's keep going. Pig's tail droops. What can he bring? Pizza topped with everything? So Pig has put all topping known on the pizza. Maybe Turtle will eat that. What do you think, boys and girls? All right, let's keep going. Let's find out. Turtle sinks down in her seat. What is wrong? Why won't she eat? Pig looks here, Pig looks there. Then he spies the empty chair. Maybe the pizza is not why the turtle's not eating. What else could it be? Could it be that she's waiting for somebody and she doesn't want to eat without them? What do you think, boys and girls? Well, let's see if that's the case. Now he knows just what to do. Pizza, pizza, made for two. Hungry Pig sits in the share. Pizza, best for friends to share. It looks like that was all the turtle needed, was to have somebody eat along with her. It wasn't the pizza at all. Maybe she wanted to eat with a friend. And that's what Pig realized. Oh, here we go to the end. Turtle smiles and takes a bite. Yum, she says. This pie's just right. And that is the end of the story. So, was this a good book, boys and girls? Well, it's certainly a good book for pizza lovers. Now let me ask, Who likes pizza? Whoever's watching this video, who likes pizza? Maybe, it all depends. Maybe some of you do, some of you don't. Now, for those of you who love pizza, what's your favorite type of pizza? Well, some of you may have a favorite pizza, some of you may not have a favorite pizza. Some of you, like myself, change favorites depending. Depending on my mood, sometimes I'll like a plain cheese pizza, sometimes I'll like to have pizza topped with ham or bacon. Sometimes I like to have pizza with a ricotta sauce instead of a tomato sauce, or even a pesto sauce. Like I said, my favorite pizzas change depending on my mood. Some of you may be like that as well. Or some of you may not even have a favorite pizza and just like to eat any type of pizza. But whatever it is, isn't pizza a fun food to eat? And the beauty of pizza is that you can make it however you like. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the story, especially if you're a pizza lover. I certainly enjoyed reading it to you. But now that I've read a book to you, it's time for me to give you some guidelines in order for you to choose your own book to read and enjoy. Alright. So, now parents, before I share these guidelines for you, I just want to let you know that even though these specific sets of guidelines you can find on a lot of reading websites, the article I pulled is an article I found located on the website Reading Eggs. So, if you're interested in this article as well as other similar articles, please click on the web link in the video description. Okay. So, there are many different types of strategies and guidelines, parents, in order to help your child choose a book that's just right for them. Now, before I share this set of guidelines with you, I want to tell you about books that I piled into 3 different categories. And these categories change, and books can move from category to category over time, depending on your age, your interests, and your reading level. But there are 3 categories of book I like to put books in. The first category is the easy books. And those could be your toddler childhood favorite books, classic books that you've read over and over again, all-time favorite books in general, books that you've read long ago that you want to go back to. But in any event, it's very simple books. You understand the words and you understand what's happening in the story very quickly, and you breeze through the book in less than a day, basically. Maybe even 2 days. But they're very easy. They're basically nice to read on a rainy day, or if you just want to go back and visit your past for a little while. Those are the easy books. The next category of books are challenging books. Now, these books are very long. They're written with a lot of words that you may not understand, especially right away. And sometimes it may even be hard to understand what's going on in the story, especially if you're trying to learn new words as you're reading along. But these are very difficult to read. It will be a bit of a struggle, and it will take a lot of time, weeks, maybe even months to finish the book, depending on how challenging it is. Now, these are these books that you want to try, but you'll want to read it right away, and you're willing to spend the time to read a little bit at a time. But you're very interested in, even though it's very difficult at first, you really want to read it. So those are challenging books. Then the last category I want to talk about are the just right books. Now these, they're challenging. They'll have some words that you may not understand at first, but you'll be able to pick up on it right away. It may take a little bit to figure out what's going on in the story, but you will be able to pick up on it soon enough. It's not too difficult, but it provides just enough of a challenge to get you interested and get you motivated. And it will take some time to read it, but it probably won't take as long as a challenging book. Now this just right category, for when your child is learning to read, that just right category is the type of books that you should be encouraging your child to read. So the majority of books that your child should be reading are those just right books. And it's very vital. It gives them enough of that challenge to keep them motivated to read. And to keep them motivated to learn new words as they go along. And these books are best suited to their reading abilities. Alright. So, with that being said, I'm going to offer a set of guidelines to help your child, to help you find just right books for your child. Now, before I go on, I just want to let you know that these are just merely guidelines, just one set of tools that you can use. It's not an end-all tell-all. It's just one in a set of many. So if you have other strategies that you like to use to help you find books for your child, by all means, keep using these strategies. I'm just giving you one more. But the guidelines I want to talk about today is called the 5-finger rule. Now, the 5-finger rule is very, very easy to implement. It is very quick and you can use it anywhere. So, let's say you're helping your child look for a book. And they find a book that they're very interested in and they really want to read. Okay, so what you do, parents, is once your child shows you that book, you're going to have them sit down and you're going to have them turn to a random page in the book and read out loud. And they only need to read one page. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Just one full page. Once they read that page, they stop. So, but as they're reading, for every word that they don't know, they're going to hold up one finger. And they keep holding up a finger for each word they don't know until they get to 5 fingers. Now, if they get to 5 fingers before they finish reading the page, have them stop. Don't let them read any further. But if they don't hold up 5 fingers, have them stop after they read one page. And the level of book is determined by how many fingers they hold up. Now, if your child finishes reading a page and they hold up either 0 fingers or 1 finger, what that means is they're going to know almost all the words in the book, and they'll probably understand what the book is about, and they'll pick up on it really quick. And what that means is that the book is most likely too easy for your child to read. Now, if they want to read a favorite book as a break, that's okay, and I will go more into detail on that a little later. But if you're really wanting them to read on their own, you really want them to build up their reading skills, the 0 or 1 finger books may not be the best books. I would recommend choosing a book that's a little bit more challenging. If your child finishes reading the page and they hold up 2 fingers, that book is a just right book for your child. It's going to have some words that they're not going to know right away. But it's going to give them that challenge. It's going to allow them to learn new words. and it's not too difficult. And the challenge of learning the new words in the story is a reasonable enough challenge where your child will be able to read the book on his or her own. So, if they hold up 2 fingers, this book is a good choice for your child. Let them check it out, and they'll be able to read it on their own, even if it's a bit of a challenge. But that challenge is what keeps them motivated to read. So 2-finger books are a good choice. Now, if they finish reading the page and they hold up 3 fingers, what that says is there's going to be there's going to be some more words that are a bit more challenging for your child. So it may be a bit of a struggle for them. However, it's still not that difficult. And if your child's a very motivated reader and they're up for that challenge, by all means, you can have them select this book and let them read it on their own. And they'll most likely be able to read it on their own, but just be on standby to help out if needed. So if a 3-finger book is great for that kid who's really motivated and wants that extra challenge. But like I said, just be on standby to help, but they most likely can read it on their own. It may take a little time, but they can read it. Now, if they finish reading the page and they hold up 4 fingers, this book may be a bit on the challenging side. It's going to have a lot of words that they won't be able to pick up on right away. Now, whether or not you allow your child to get this book depends on certain things. Do you want your child reading on their own for this book, or are you or another adult willing to help them out as they're reading it? If you're on hand or another adult's on hand and is willing to take the time to read the book along with them, then by all means you can let them. You can use that book. But if you want your child to be reading on their own, I would strongly recommend getting a different book. And finally, if they finish reading the page and they hold up 5 fingers, or if they manage to get up to 5 fingers before they finish reading the page, this book, this book is way too challenging for them. It's going to have a lot of words they don't understand, and it's going to cause them not to understand what's going on in the story, and it's going to be a bit of a slow process. I strongly recommend, if they have holding up 5 fingers, get a different book. So, that is the 5-finger rule for selecting just right books for your child. Now, like I said, this is not the end-all tell-all for selecting books. This is just merely a tool you can use. There are other strategies you can use as well, and if you have strategies that work for you, parents, please keep using those strategies. Now, before I wrap up, I just want to clarify some things. Is it okay for your child to read an easy book? The answer to that is yes, every once in a while. And I emphasize this, parents, every once in a while. While you want your child to build up their reading skills and you want them to read more challenging books, sometimes on that occasion, it's nice for them to have that little break. It's nice to let them occasionally read their favorite childhood stories from when they were younger. Or if it's a rainy day outside and they just want to relax, it's nice to have that bit of a break with a favorite book. But like I said, the key word, if you do it every once in a while, it's fine. Do not have them read easy books too often or regularly, Because what happens, if they keep reading easy books, they're going to find reading boring. And they're not going to want to read anymore if the books are too easy. So, like I said, that occasional reward or the occasional rainy day treat is fine. But don't allow your child to read easy books too often. Now, on the other hand, is it okay to allow your child to read challenging books? Books that they may struggle with. Is that okay? The answer to that question, parents, is yes. It's okay to allow your child to read a challenging book. Because there are times where your child is very interested in the book and they really want to read it, even if it's a challenging book. And as long as the content is appropriate for their age level, it's okay to let them give it a try. Especially if, they may want, especially if their friends are reading it. It's okay to let them give it a try. What I suggest is be on hand to help, and if for every effort they make, give them that praise and encouragement to allow them to continue. However, if they're reading a book and they decide that it's too hard for them and they want to stop, then allow them to stop. But remember, praise them on their efforts for wanting to try it in the first place. And you can always encourage them to go back to the book at a later time when they're reading more books at their level and they're building up their reading skill. But the key is don't allow them to keep reading the challenging book, especially if they want to stop. Because if they read too many challenging books, or if you push them to keep reading the book, what's going to happen is they're going to really struggle, they're going to get discouraged, and they're not going to want to read. So with challenging books, allow them to give it a try, be on hand to help out, and praise them for their efforts, and allow them to stop if they need to, and encourage them to go back to the book at a later time. But the key is, the best way to get your child to read is for them to choose books they are interested in. And we have tons of books here at the library at different levels and different interests, different stories. So here at the library, your child will probably be able to find exactly the book they're looking for. And if you get stuck, please feel free to ask myself or the other children's librarians here at the library. Now, when you register for this program, you got a sheet with these 5-finger rule guidelines, as well as some book lists on your child's grade level. So please, when you visit us at the library, please feel free to use those lists. And if you're stuck, please ask myself or the other children's librarians for assistance. We'll be more than happy to help you find a book that your child is interested in. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this program today. I certainly enjoyed it, boys and girls, and I'm already looking forward to next month. But please, check out the other in-person and virtual program offerings that myself and the other children's librarians here have to offer at the Westhampton Free Library. But until next time, this is Miss Brianne saying take good care of yourselves. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.